Welcome to the online database development program of the computer aided therapeutic discovery and design platform, CAT2D. My name is Makinda Akindeji Ibrahim, and I will be your guide for this program. What are the expected learning outcomes? Here are six. By the end of this course, participants will be able to understand the basics of online database concept, perform web scraping using Python, design and implement database, query via standard query language SQL, develop small DB application, and then implementation of a project. What is web scraping using Python? And what are the components of web scraping using Python? And why do we even need web scraping? By definition, web scraping referred to as web harvesting or data extraction is the automated process of extracting valuable information from websites. It involves sending HTTP requests to target website, passing the HTML content, extracting desired data, transforming it into structured format like CSV or JSON, and storing it for further analysis. These techniques, web scraping, allows for the swift collection of large volumes of data which can be utilized for research, analysis, and decision making. So, why is it important for this program or for this short online database development? Number one, it helps in data aggregation. Web scraping can gather vast amounts of data on medical plants from various sources, including scientific database, research papers, and online encyclopedias. This aggregated data provide a comprehensive overview of plants with potential medicinal properties. Secondly, it helps in having access to real-time information. That is, it enables researchers to access the latest findings and updates on medical plants, ensuring that their drug discovery efforts are based on the most recent information. Thirdly is efficiency and speed. By automating the data collection process, web scraping saves significant time and resources. Researchers can quickly gather and analyze large data sets, accelerating the pace of drug discovery. Another advantage is the enhanced dataset quality. Web scraping can extract data from multiple sources, allowing students, researchers to cross-reference and validate information. Then the last part is the identification of potential drugs candidates. It helps in identifying potential drugs candidates by extracting data on the chemical composition, biological activities, and traditional uses of medical plants. So this information can be used to screen, prioritize plants for further investigation and development. Web scraping is not limited to medical plants. It cut across all fields. You can use web scraping for digital humanities. You can use it to extract data from social media. You can use it to extract data from any part for every field and every discipline. So, but in order for you to understand the of basics of web scraping or how to go about web scraping, some basic fundamentals are very important. Number one is the HTML structure. For you to understand how to use web scraping, you must understand the basics of HTML structure, the basics of CSS, that's the cascading style sheets, the basics of Python, of Pythons. That is, we'll talk about the basics, the pandas, how to use just the basics of Python generally. Then we need to understand the fundamentals of web scraping itself, then HTTP request, then uh, the beautiful soup libraries. So that's just one of the libraries that can be used for web scraping. So we'll be considering the beautiful soup library in a course of this training. Then aside that, after scraping data online, it is important that we understand how to save and make use of that data effectively. And this can be done and made available for utilization for public consumption via the design of a database. And that is why the online database concept is very important. If you have your scrap data on your laptop, it can only be useful for you. But many people, when you make them available online, people have access to it. It makes your relevance, your visibility known to everybody. So it's not just you scraping data and putting them on your system and making them available for you alone for your research. You can also publish them online and make them available. And how do you publish them online? You need to understand the concept of database, how to design database, how to design relational database with appropriate tables for medicinal plants, their relationship, their normalization for store complex data. So after storing your data in a database, you need to manage that data. And that's the essence of the SQL querying skills. It helps you to write and execute SQL queries, to retrieve data from your database, to manipulate data in the database, analyze data, and join complex tables across multiple domains. Then at the end of the course, we should be able to develop an application, a simple application, and implement a basic project. So in this case, we'll be making use of a command line application to interact with the database, enabling research, insertion, and export. And participants will be able to apply their skills to a capstone project, creating a complete workflow for scrapping, cleaning, storing, analyzing data from medical plants. And some of the tools we'll be using during the course of this program includes the Google Colab, which will be an online option of running our Python program, then the DB browser for SQLite, the Python itself, the beautiful SOAP library, the request, the pandas library, then the VS Code or Sublime interface for writing some few codes and especially HTML, CSS, and Python. I hope at the end of this course we gain a lot and we also enjoying our program. Thank you very much.